Back tonight, for the first time, we're seeing the full interview George Allen Kelly had with detectives the night he found a body on his ranch and was arrested for murder. Kelly is facing a charge of second-degree murder after an undocumented immigrant was found dead on his property. Our chief investigative reporter, Cora Nylander, has been covering this case from the very beginning and joins us live from Nogales with more on what happened in court as week 3 wraps up. Chorus.
Yeah, well, Sean, it was a busy day to wrap up the third full week of testimony in this trial. The judge confirming today this trial is now behind schedule. Today, for the first time, in his own words, we heard from George Kelly and his explanation of what he believes happened. That was during a previously recorded interview with detectives just before he was arrested for murder. I spoke with him and his wife Wanda as they stepped out of court today. I asked him about that jury visit to his property yesterday. He seemed happy about it. Wanda explained the impact this whole ordeal has had on her family. Listen.
The jury was welcome to be out there. They were welcome. Everybody who was out there was welcome.
Seems like we're stuck in a time warp. You know, I'll be glad to get it over with so we can move on with our lives.
And most of today was spent hearing testimony from the state's final witness, lead detective on this case, Jorge Ainza. He walked through the entire timeline of his investigation. Just before the end of the day, the state played the nearly hour-long interview Kelly had with Detective Ainza only a few hours after Kelly found and reported the body on his property. Kelly in the interview appeared open to providing some information, but was also clearly informed that he could have a lawyer present, but chose to answer questions. He hesitated to tell investigators how many weapons he owns, and it took about 30 minutes before he admitted that he fired what he called warning shots above the heads of this group of migrants he says were on his property armed with rifles. He maintained that there's no way he could have struck the victim.
If I had thought that I had shot someone, I would have been stupid to call the Border Patrol, and I knew it going to call the sheriff's department. That would be the dumbest thing that an educated man would do.
During cross-examination, the defense team questioned Ainza about the fact Kelly was arrested originally for first-degree premeditated murder. Ainza made a case for the reckless use of a firearm, but the questions remained how that met the standard for first-degree murder, which of course has since been dropped to second-degree murder. During his interview, Kelly suggested the first shot he heard could have been what killed the victim. That's the reasonable doubt the defense team trying to raise for this jury. Deputies and Border Patrol, of course, searched Kelly's property that day, earlier in the day when he heard shots. They never found a body. It was only hours later when Kelly apparently discovered this body, then reported it. That's how we got where we are today. Key arguments are going to continue. State expected to rest their case Tuesday. That's when court will resume at 8:30 in the morning. Live from Nogales, Cora Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
Another full